What's good, y'all? We back again with another reaction, man. I hope y'all doing well, living well, and you know what I'm saying, ready to vibe out, enjoy life, and you know what I'm saying, connect with the deeper, you know what I'm saying, mind. Today we talking about how humans evolved to be intelligent. I've heard several different theories, the stoned ape theory, just evolution in general. The aliens then gave us the knowledge and gave us consciousness, all type of. So we just gonna see what Michio Kaku is talking about. I hope I said that right. And yeah, man, let's get straight into it. If you like music, if you like deeper content, diving into mind, enjoying life, bettering your life, all of those good things under that umbrella, check out my other channel, my other YouTube channel, and my music in the description. Let's go. Let's get into it.
Some people think that intelligence is the crowning achievement of evolution. Well, if that's true, there should be more intelligent creatures on the planet Earth. But to the best of our knowledge, we're the only ones. The dinosaurs were on the Earth for roughly 200 million years. And to the best of
Are we the only ones though? That's a, you know what I'm saying, a question to constantly ask. I feel like there's humans on this planet, but there's also a lot of things that we don't know about. And I think there's probably some sort of species with some sort of consciousness or sentience. Like, I don't know. I don't want to think that, be arrogant to think humans are the only ones. I think there's a deeper, darker criminal link.
our knowledge, not a single dinosaur became intelligent. We humans, modern humans, have been on the Earth for roughly 100,000 years. Only a tiny fraction of the 4.5 billion.
Damn, bro. Like, I don't think we really actualize, and I don't actualize the Earth has been around for 4.5 billion years. Huh? Billion years. Huh? And we're only been here for 100,000. That's like a damn second. Like, nobody, like, literally. And 100,000 years feels like, damn. But 4.5 billion, like, what?
Billion years that the Earth has been around. So you come to the rather astounding conclusion that intelligence is not really necessary. That Mother Nature has done perfectly well with non-intelligent creatures for millions of years, and that we as intelligent creatures are the new kid on the block.
That's actually a very interesting take, because it's like having the human experience in the ability to question your existence and be aware of your own existence. It's like we formulate our realities within our minds and our brains and then project it outside. So is reality even real other than to the eyes of the observer? Like, that's an interesting take though.
And so then you begin to wonder, how did we become intelligent? What separated us from the animals? Well, there are basically three ingredients, at least three, that help to propel us to become intelligent. One is the opposable thumb. You need a tentacle, a claw, an opposable thumb in order to manipulate the environment. So that's one of the ingredients of.
I never would have guessed that. That's crazy. Like, bro, like, you use your hands so frequently, and I said this before, it's like I'm using my hands to talk, but I'm not thinking about it. My hands are just moving. Like, I'm acknowledging it and aware of it, but it's like these hands are just moving. And it's like you use your hands for so much. And there's people that use their feet as their hands because, you know what I'm saying, they don't have hands, but just you take for granted these things. Don't do it.
Intelligent, to be able to change the world around you. Second is eyesight, but the eyesight of a predator. We have eyes to the front of our face, not to the side of our face. And why? Animals with eyes to the front of their face are predators. Lions, tigers, and foxes. Animals with eyes to the side of their face are prey, and they are not as intelligent, like a rabbit.
That's so interesting. I never really acknowledged that the distinguishment. But like, yeah, man, like, it's crazy how all the factors of our body and body parts shape the way we live and survive throughout this world.
We say dumb bunny and smart as a fox. And there's a reason for that. Because the fox is a predator, it has to learn how to ambush. It has to learn how to have stealth, camouflage. It has to psych out the enemy and anticipate the motion of the enemy, that is, its prey. If you're a dumb bunny, all you have to do is run.
I mean, and honestly, listening to this video is really making me aware of there is an intelligence throughout the animal kingdom. And animals, I think, are way, way smarter and intelligent than what we give them credit for. I think just as humans, we think we're the hottest thing ever, but you know, like, I don't know, it's just crazy to acknowledge the power of nature, and it's out there right now. One thing I always like to think about is the whales, they're out there swimming right now, the sharks, all the animals, everything you could think of, they're all out there living their lives just like me.
And the third basic ingredient is language, because you have to be able to communicate your knowledge to the next generation. And to the best of our knowledge, animals do not communicate knowledge to their offspring other than by simply communicating certain primitive motions. There's no book, there's no language, there's no culture by which animals can communicate their knowledge to the next generation.
See, I don't know about that, because I always loved orcas. I love orcas, probably my favorite animal. And they have a very sophisticated culture and just family system. And those aren't just regular animals. They got different languages, different sounds, even in different pods and different groups of whales throughout the world. Like, they damn near smarter than humans.
And so we think that's how the brain evolved. We have an opposable thumb. We have a language of maybe 5,000 to 10,000 words. And we have eyesight, that is stereo eyesight, the eyesight of a predator. And predators seem to be smarter than prey. And then you ask another question. How many animals on the earth satisfy these three basic ingredients? And then you come to the astounding conclusion, the answer is almost none. So perhaps there's a reason why we became intelligent and the other animals did not. They did not have the basic...
That's interesting, though. It's like, why us? I mean, I'm glad to be a human. I think I might have been some animals in some past lives or whatever the case may be, but why us? And also, I think that is another reason to be like, damn, your existence is very meaningful. It didn't just unfold out of nowhere. The fact that you exist is the proof that you are worthy of existence.
Ingredients that would one day propel us to become intelligent. Then the next question, asked in Planet of the Apes and asked in any number of science fiction movies, is, can you accentuate intelligence? Can you take an ape and make the ape intelligent? Well, believe it or not, the answer could be yes. We are 98.5% genetically equivalent to a chimpanzee.
No, y'all seen the videos, they got monkeys doing human things like tests and little games and stuff.
Only a handful of genes separate us from the chimps, and yet we live twice as long, and we have thousands of words in our vocabulary. Chimps can have maybe just a few hundred. And we've isolated many of those genes that separate us from the chimpanzees. For example, the ASP gene governs the size of the cranial capacity,
just that,
so that by
98.5, I think that 1.5% is just such a big difference, and allows us to be like so different than a chimp. That's crazy.
By monkeying with just one gene, you can literally double the size of the brain case and the brain itself. And so in the future, not today, but in the future, we may use gene therapy to begin the process of making perhaps a chimpanzee intelligent. We know the genes that will increase the size of the brain. We've isolated now the genes that give you manual dexterity by which you can make tools. We have found the genes which...
They about to start making everything intelligent, bro.
give you the ability to articulate thousands of words. And so it may be possible to tinker with the genome of a chimpanzee so that they have a larger brain case, they have better manual dexterity, and they have the ability to articulate a larger vocabulary. But then what do you get? You get a primate that looks very similar to a human. And so my personal attitude is, why bother? We already have humans, just look outside the door. So why bother to manipulate a chimpanzee? Because as you make a
I
chimpanzee,
mean, it's kind of like AI on the nature side. Like, bro, leave it alone. Some things just need to be left alone, in my opinion. Just leave it alone, bro. Humans, you doing too much. We too damn invasive. We just doing too much.
more and more human-like, and more intelligent, it becomes more and more human-like, with a vocabulary, with vocal cords, with manual dexterity, with a larger brain case, and a spine to support a larger brain case. That's called a human.
You make all these freaking variations of humans, you're just gonna end up to what a human is. That was an interesting way of putting that. That gave some clarity and some good closure to the end of that video. But yeah, man, how humans evolved to be intelligent. Who knows? Like, you know, like, we able to question our own reality, be aware of our own existence, and that's not for no reason, I believe. So yeah, man, I'll go tap in with the music and the other channel. Appreciate y'all for watching. I love y'all. We out. Unlimited.